The Foothill Gold Line from Pasadena to Azusa broke ground in June 2010 and will be substantially complete in late September 2015, when it will begin pre-revenue service. 6 new stations have been built as part of this phase of the line. Each provides a unique experience through the work of public artists. Artists were selected by the respective station city to create artwork that represents the community, its history, and culture. Over the past few years, the artists have been hard at work in their studios and with their fabrication partners, bringing their initial concepts to fruition, as well as overseeing installation of their artwork at the stations. In this video, we'll visit Duarte City of Hope station artists Andrea Myklebust and Stanton Sears as they complete preparations and installation of their art pieces at the Duarte City of Hope station.
We have a studio in Stockholm, Wisconsin. We're out in the country, and it's also a sheep farm. Between what we do outside and then inside in the shop in terms of making drawings and models and things like that, we turn out a range of things. A lot of what we do is made in our own shop.
This station is located right along the bed of a river. The vegetation that grows along the banks of the river were of interest to us, and then how that connected to the history of the place in terms of the different groups of people who've lived there over time and how they interacted with that landscape.
What we're doing are 3 different columns. There's one with the imagery related to kind of a Mexican saddle. It shows a lot of the sort of the detail and the carved leather. This one, imagery related to oak leaves, oak trees, and picks up on just the structure of the leaves, but made really big and clear, and so it stresses the form. And this one, the reference, the basket reference is from the Tongva and the Gabrielino groups that would have been in this area a long time ago and are still there.
So you go back and forth from the drawing to the stone, and you look at it and say, oh no, that should change a little bit, and sort of reconfigure it when you get onto the real stone. We use the limestone because it's a light color, and so it shows a light and dark shadow pattern very nicely. It makes it clear and readable. If you look at the bases for the pieces, sort of a flat cutout. That is a process that is driven to some extent by a computer and a particular cutting technology. Whereas when we move to the stone, it's a much more subtle push and pull of the form.
The other part of it is in the pavement, and there will be a series of cast bronze pavers that are integrated in with a brick-related material.
The imagery in the pavers represents the most recent historical imagery that we were looking at, drawn from the citrus groves of the 20th century, and some of the beautiful print work that showed up on those orange crates that then were loaded on trains and went all over the United States and were very familiar to people.
We were making these in the bronze because the bronze is a tough material. It's not that it never changes over time, but it does change kind of gracefully. It picks up a patina, but as it's walked on, the high points get worn a little bit and get a little shinier. For this installation today, what I had done yesterday is labeled which ones go where, so you could put them on the truck in a certain order. Because of how tight the stone fits down on the tops of these, you had to design a way to lift it where you didn't have a cable or a strap running underneath it, because there's then no way to get it out. So you do have to be thinking about some of those technical things at the front end. For me, this is actually a first where I've had someone else doing all of that rigging and all of those things. Usually I'm kind of in the middle of doing that and directing it. This was very nice and it worked very well, and we really appreciated what those guys did and how well they did it.
One of the things that we found sort of appealing about this station and its location is the proximity to the City of Hope, this enormous medical center that's right across the street, that big space that has a lot of beautiful gardens that have been developed. There's a lot of artwork already there, very close by the site. It's a nice space with a lot of very interesting and dedicated people moving through it. And it's nice to think that those people will be riding the train and seeing our art each day when they come and go to work.
The Foothill Gold Line from Pasadena to Azusa is part of the expanding system of rail lines funded by LA County's Measure R. The Foothill Gold Line Construction Authority is responsible for the line's planning, design, and construction. The Construction Authority will be substantially complete with construction in late September 2015, when the agency turns the line over to LA Metro for pre-revenue service. Metro anticipates starting passenger service in 2016. For more information on the Foothill Gold Line, or to view other videos about the project, visit www.foothillgoldline.org.